Hello everybody, welcome back to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel and I'm watching FRIEREN. And I've been very excited for this episode. It's titled Aura the Guillotine. Last time we were setting up some fights, which this show doesn't do often, but when it does do them, they're very good. The last fight we had was Stark versus Dragon, and that was like, that sequence blew my mind. So now we have FRIEREN facing off against Aura, and Stark and Fern going after Luger and the other girl that I can't remember. We had FRIEREN's hidden identity kind of revealed, which is as FRIEREN the Slayer, the one who's killed the most demons out of anyone in history. In history! One part of me is kind of scared of seeing FRIEREN like this, and the other part of me is like, I really want to see some crazy stuff. So if you guys are as excited as I am about this show, then you should do yourself a favor and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss more FRIEREN reactions in the future. You know this show's gonna have 28 episodes, right? You're gonna want to be here for them. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go! I'm on episode 9 of this show and there's still so much of this intro that we have no idea about. The One Elf Army, which is the title in Japanese. I was informed of that, but I heard it this time. Sousou no Frieren. Okay, so he'll be good. Literally just said rest. You're welcome. Yeah, I figured that. Uh-huh. The very same. Perhaps. Money? Looking cute as always. Oh. Well, you're gonna try. If you think she hasn't gotten stronger in those 80 years. Is that so? You have more spells than before. It's wearing, yeah, the crest. So they are reanimated corpses? What are they? Well, I guess that makes sense with obedience. Oh. Well then. Yeah, so there's no way a human could possibly. Or only to have more magical powers, I assume. So, if FRIEREN has more power than her. Oh. This is your son. Kill them, because they all are missing heads. I've seen better. Ugh. Did she just like overpower her control? What'd she do? Yeah. He's getting mad. I noted that in my Spy Family reaction, the animator Koki Fujimoto is credited for this episode. With that arm spin, I noticed his classic smears here. You're impressed, right? On your own? I don't know if it's a great idea. Oh, okay. Well, you know. Good luck, you two. Yeah, it's got a lot of blood. Alright. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, no. Alright, well, we got no choice then. We're fighting. Alright. Here we go. Oh, boy. Ah, that looks painful. I thought it was gonna work out this way. Is she? She doesn't look like she's feeling any sort of way about this. I'm not interested in talking. Ow. Yeah, I'd rather die right now. What's the plan, Fern? He's monologuing. Do a thing. Use the Force. Dumbass. Not that he's really worried, but come on. Yeah. Your pride will be your downfall. Who's right, though? Memory time. Aha. Same. Aha. Silence. Here we go. Yeah, you think you're faster? You afraid yet? Alright, Fern. Show him what you got. Oh my god. Come on, Stark. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The animation is happening. Nice try. Oh my god. Ugh. This is the kind of stuff that I was waiting for. You keep saying that. But God, Koki Fujimoto's a god. Very well. Thank you very much. We've never really gotten to see the full battle capabilities of her. She just is so calm. Battle of attrition not working for you, huh? Not so easy for her either. Alright. Oh god! Man, he's losing a lot of blood. Okay, that's cool, but... God, such cool movements. Yikes. You fought him before? A little baby then. Come on, Stark. She's just imitating the movements though. Ow! God, she did the Byleth down special from Smash Bros. You've fallen many times before. Why do we fall, Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. Been over a year since I watched those movies on my channel. Perseverance. And that's why he can get up so many times. Elton John. Cheap imitation can never hope to beat the real thing. Oh god. They're whipping out techniques. Fireworks. Fuck defense. Where's your defense? Ooh. Lightning strike. Oh, the art. Ah! Oh, I have a tear. I have a tear. All right. I was kind of expecting it to swap between FRIEREN's battle and their battle a little bit more, but holy shit. It was mostly completely dedicated to the amazing battle that we just had between Fern and Luger and Stark and Nihil, I think was her name. Both incredible. Yeah, I definitely saw Koki Fujimoto all over this episode. Probably animation director. Now I know why I haven't exactly seen him in this season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't think so. He might have been on that one episode with Yuji versus Choso, but anyway, for anyone who doesn't know who Koki Fujimoto is, he's been one of my favorite up-and-coming animators. I really didn't notice him until Jujutsu Kaisen, in which he's really responsible for all of the cursed energy effects. Whenever you're all like, oh, that looks cool, it's probably him. I believe he did most of the Black Flash scenes. Although I think when Yuji got his consecutive ones, that was Hironori Tanaka. But anyway, then he proceeded to work on Chainsaw Man, in which he didn't do any of that flashy animation stuff. He was more focused on getting his character acting. In addition to these cool spark effects that he does, he also does lineless smears. So like that scene where where Stark was like this, and then putting on his coat. That's all him, baby. He's really good with fabrics looking very realistic and people interacting with them in their folds. Combining his battle animation experience from Jujutsu Kaisen and his effects and stuff, and combining his character animation from Chainsaw Man. This is like the culmination. And it's not under MAPPA, so he was given actual time to do it. I'm pretty blown away by the animation of this episode, and I'm a nerd for that kind of stuff. I love the production side of things. To me, part of what makes a anime special when compared to a manga and a light novel are impressive because they're mostly a one-person show. It's impressive to me that it's like a single person and maybe an editor that made this initial story, which is really good. It's super well written. And it's clear that a lot of people are connecting with it. Is it fair to say that this might be an isekai killer of an anime? It's just that good that I really hope that people are like, no, you deserve better fantasy anime. Like this. It doesn't exactly use that many elements that aren't used in other isekai. But it just uses them to such great effect, and focuses a lot more on its characters in a way that a vast majority of isekai do not. Even the ones that aren't that offensive, like that time I was reincarnated as a slime, for example. It's not exactly horrendous in terms of tropes or anything, but it's just kind of boring, you know? Because the main character is just so ridiculously strong that you don't really feel worried. That's a trope in and of itself. That being said, FRIEREN is definitely an overpowered main character. That is true. But why is it different? Why does it feel different? Why am I not annoyed by it? I guess because it makes sense. In Slime Isekai, I'm not that annoyed by it because it also kind of makes sense. Although I think the exponential gain of powers in that show is a little bit ridiculous, whereas for FRIEREN it took her 1,000 years to get to this point, whereas Rimuru got to his point in only a couple years, right? just gonna air my grievances about slime isekai anime, I guess. Frieren, it makes sense. She collects these spells. She has learned from the best mages. She's learned from her experiences with her friends. It makes sense why she is allowed to be this powerful, and I'm fine with it. Anyway, I kind of rambled into that from a previous sentence where I was saying that light novels and manga are for the most part just a couple of people making them. An author, an artist, could be the same person, an editor usually, possibly an assistant, but like manga teams really probably don't go much more than, probably don't go into double digits. Whereas an anime and a movie might very well go into triple digits. It's just like the collaborative effort of a bunch of really creative and talented people, including animators, voice actors, writers, directors, digital artists, people who color this. It all comes together to make a product that is like, it makes me feel in awe when the product is like so impressive. I'm like, God, the more people you have working on something and the more enjoyable that thing is, it's like they really did it. They worked together. Teamwork, baby. I love to see shit like this. So, yeah, the fights were really good. It's hard to do, like, battles where two characters are just using magic and make it look super dynamic, but this was really good. And then the Stark fight. And one thing I really liked about this episode is in the middle of these fights, we got backstory for both Fern and Stark. The way that in action scenes, these characters' motivations are weaved in so you can get the stakes. You can be like, oh, so this is what this character is fighting for. We got Frieren praising Fern for being faster at casting magic than her, which is Luger's fucking downfall. He overestimated himself. Like, I can win in a battle of attrition. I've lived this long. No one can beat me. Yeah, he was so afraid of Frieren that he didn't even comprehend the fact that he was fighting Frieren's apprentice, who, by the way, Frieren trusted to deal with this. Basically, when Frieren was all like, it was basically all like, you guys got this. I was like, okay, they got this. I shouldn't be that worried. I love Stark's thing of like, he's like a tank, right? Like, he's got so much vitality and he's got so much strength. His thing is that he's just a coward, right? Which is kind of like Zenitsu in Demon Slayer if he was not fucking annoying. Like, they've got the same character trait of like, they want to turn tail and run when things start looking rough, but then they always pull through in the end. But Zenitsu does it after like whining for a long time until he finally passes out. It's why Mugen Train is the best arc, because he's asleep for the entire time. Stark just kind of like, he's honest about who he is. He's a coward. That's just who he is. And it kind of causes him to think rationally a lot of times, like maybe getting Frieren would have been the better way to deal with this. Maybe it would have worked out faster, but it didn't work out that way. And he remembered his master's words about always getting up. He got up. He's all like, you might be able to replicate the style, but you can't replicate the power of the original, you know? What I said something like an imitation can't hope to beat the real thing, and I'm like, that's a reference to an anime, and I didn't I can't remember which. Is it Dragon Ball? I love those kinds of things where it's just like, haha, you thought you were stronger. You thought. We got the name of his attack, which is Lightning Strike. Just, I'm really impressed by the action in this episode. We learned about Aura's technique, which is the ability to control people with less mana than her, which works on basically every human that she interacts with, but I don't know if it would work on Frieren. But she taunted Frieren, and now Frieren's like, ha ha, I will not feel bad about killing you. No matter what Himmel scolded me for, you know. Next time I'm sure we're gonna get more of that battle. And I kind of hope we find out more of Frieren's backstory and why she exactly hates the demons, because it's very important, I can tell. But love this show. I I could tell from episode 1, like, okay, I get the hype. But the longer this goes on, I'm like, it's one of the best fantasy animes I've ever seen. So I hope you all enjoyed my reaction to this. If you did, you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss the next FRIEREN reaction. Also, leave a comment. Tell me how much you enjoyed this fight. But yeah, I hope that I can make your day better. And I hope that you continue to have good days. Till next time, take it easy, everyone.